Hi, my name is Trudy McDonald. I'm the Managing Director of TalentCode HR. In this video, I wanted to share with you some really practical tips for how to make salary and remuneration decisions in a talent-short market. The theme across most industries at the moment is that great talent is leaving organisations for significantly higher salaries than you can possibly afford to pay. And it begs a really interesting question around what you should be offering to new employees coming into your organisation in terms of remuneration when you may be paying your current staff significantly less. What I wanted to share with you are three key things that you can consider to make sure that you're making sustainable remuneration decisions moving forward. The first concept is to make sure that you are not overpaying people. And this is really important. Otherwise, what will happen is when this talent shortage starts to come down on the other side, you'll be left with the residual impact of having paid too much money and your fixed cost base being higher than is sustainable. So the way to do that is it's really important that you understand salary benchmarking data and what not only your industry is paying for key roles, but also what the competition is paying. Now, when we talk about competition, there's your direct competitors, but it's also other industries that your key people may be able to move into if they were to look for another job. As an example, if you're sitting in the non-for-profit sector, your competition is also the commercial market. So it's worth being aware of what salaries are currently being paid and offered in those different industries. The second tip is once you've got your hands around salary benchmarking data and you understand what's available to employees in the market, is to set an expectation for yourself around where you aim to pay people. Once you've got that in place, you can start to establish a framework not only for making base salary increase decisions with your current employees, but also around where you will be paying new people entering the organisation. As you start to create that framework, it's really important to consider a number of things. The first is how are market rates changing over time so you can keep up with them. The second is, have there been any changes to the role or the responsibilities of each individual, and does that actually put them into a separate salary bracket? The third element is the performance of the individual relative to clear expectations, and the final element is what you can afford to pay. Taking into account all of those different elements, you can create a structured framework that looks at not only how the individual has performed, but where they sit within the salary bands. And at the end of the day, paying everybody the same is the least fair thing you can do. The higher the performance, the greater the base salary increase. However, there's another element here that's really important, and that is where do they sit within the salary band. If you've got people who are already paid at the top end of the salary band, it's critical that you don't continue to increase their salary if they're contributing at the same level. And that leaves me with point number 3, the role of incentive schemes. Incentive schemes aren't necessarily the right thing for all roles or all organisations. However, used strategically, they can appropriately mitigate risk for an organisation. What it does is it enables you to pay people appropriately in terms of their fixed remuneration, so it's within the appropriate salary band, but giving your high performers and key people the opportunity to earn well above market rates through a variable component. Now, getting the design of your incentive schemes right is absolutely critical. Otherwise, you'll end up paying out a whole lot of money without getting a return on investment for the organisation. So careful, considered design is a really critical element of this. If you would like a hand at looking at your overall remuneration strategy and putting in place some clear frameworks to help you in a talent short market, we would be delighted to have a conversation with you.